I know that specific moment like exactly because we were at Pasadena High School, and I don't know how he got someone's keys, someone's car keys, and he was like, "Hey, let's go. I got the guy said I could use this car. Let's go for a ride during this." I think it was like the end, towards the end of school. I was like, "Oh yeah, let's go." So we went. We got in the car, and we started up, started driving, and then we almost crashed. Like we were this close from crashing into a house. And then at that moment, I knew Tim had my back. I was like, you know what? Tim could have called my PO. Tim could have played it way differently, and he kind of turned it around like, you guys are going to be responsible for this. You guys are going to work every single weekend, and you guys are going to take care of all your schoolwork. And if you guys do any little thing, you guys, I'm going to call your PO, and you guys are going back. And then at that, something triggered in me when I was like, you know what? This place really, really has our back, and it's not out to, just like any other place, turn your back on you real quick and just quick to send you back to the halls. That's when I was like, okay. And I started to take it serious, and that's my life really started to turn around there. I love you, Tim, so much. You changed my life. So, like, the fact that he didn't give up on me, I don't know. I love you, Tim. I love you a lot. I'll never forget you ever, ever. You're always gonna be in my heart. And you did a lot for me, Tim. I'll never forget what I went through here with you and just everything. And
If Journey House wasn't around, I know I'd be in a whole different situation. And I wouldn't be able to find myself. Now I have some kind of backbone to go to, some kind of support morally. I think Journey House has been a good stand for me, put me in a really good position in life. To be in foster care, it takes a whole different type of person. I mean, you really gotta know who you're getting to begin with. You really can't get just anyone. I mean, it takes two people. You got to be willing to be in the program, and you got to be willing to accept a person's faults. With Journey House, I think there's a collaboration of knowing where we both stand, the provider, and the acceptance of that person. Without a doubt, I mean, it was the best thing for me in my life, the best. I couldn't have achieved anything without the help from Journey House in itself. Even a kid from a parent with two parents, they have a child, that kid still gets support after they're 18. I mean, they get support their whole life. And you got a kid that's 18 and they come out of a program like that and there's nowhere else to go. And yeah, I suffered and I did fall through the cracks for a bit, but I recouped. And the only reason I recouped is because I went back to Tim and said, I need a little help. I just can't make it. And he did. He helped me. I've been with Journey House when 17, 18, 19, till today. I'm still here. And I'm 52 years old. And every day I think about this place.
Tim told me what he was planning to do, and for the first time I had a place that I was going to, but in reality I looked at it as he was getting custody of me. I didn't think of it so much as it was the beginnings of a group home. For the first time in my life, somebody actually wanted me.
Second day I moved here, I shaved my head into a mohawk. I was a punk rocker. I had purple hair when I lived here, magenta hair. I was allowed to be myself here for the first time ever. Nobody would make me feel bad about the clothes that I wanted to wear, which were a little bit ratty. They were pretty tattered and kind of ugly on a lot of people's fashion sense. But at the time, that's how I wanted to look. And I was allowed to do that. I was allowed to write songs here. I was allowed to play my guitar really loud at night and kind of figure it out and start getting straight jobs and doing stuff like that. And the whole time, all I had to do was get up and go to school every day and not take drugs and not drink. And so I chose to do that on my own.
Needed, right? Because these kids all came from rougher situations, right? So I was like, yeah, you can be proud of that. You can be prideful without that shit. But what you gonna do when it stops? What you gonna do when it don't matter no more? Let me teach you how to make some pasta. Let me teach you how to meditate. Let me teach you how to reflect. But in essence, it was me telling myself that same shit, right? And I had to learn that. And through them, I was able to learn it, do my job, and give back to the place that made me.
Thinking about Journey House and some of the lessons I learned of coming to Journey House, I didn't transition into Journey House and just feel comfortable day one. I still had years of conditioning telling me this isn't going to last. You're only going to be here a couple days until you go to the next spot. It wasn't till, months into Journey House to where even if I was a bad kid, even if I talked back, even if I acted out because of my past, Journey House didn't kick me out. And that was one of the biggest realizations I had, that this would be a home. No matter how bad you were, no matter what you did, you always had the staff, you had Tim, you had your peers in the house still embracing you, still saying, it's okay, we mess up, let's keep going forward. I still use that in my life today. I know that I'm a grown individual now, I'm a grown adult, and for the longest time in the first half of my life, I blamed a lot on the system. I can't do this because of my past. I shouldn't do this because of my past. I don't know how to do this because of my past. Coming to Journey House, they eliminated that from your vocabulary. It was, you can do this and you will do this. Here's a freedom to be accountable. Here's a bus pass. What do I do with this? You don't have to escort me. I can go on my own. Yes. Here's schooling. We'll take you to school. We'll get you clothes to go to school. We'll help you. We'll tutor you. You just have to do the work. And it wasn't until I finally started transitioning into Journey House that I really realized it's up to me. Who cares where I came from? Who cares how long I've been in the system? I can change. I can make a difference. So I've noticed that throughout my life, that I don't need to blame things on the way I grew up or my past. I need to just look at today and figure out how am I go forward.
Careful with stars, not every light is gonna guide you.
The first time I met Tim, I was just wondering who it was. I was happy to get a visitor. So I'm like, that part was nice. And I didn't really grow up religious or anything at the time, his brother Tim. And I'm, okay, are you here to try to save me? I don't know. But, and in a way, I guess he was. But, he had the belief in me to go further in my education and offer the opportunity to go to a private school. Upon arrival to the home, I was pretty much jaw dropped because it was like nothing I'd never seen before. A large TV, food in the kitchen, abundance, and it's not something I was used to. That paired with just his compassion and always coming from a place of trying to contribute. Was something that was unparalleled of anyone I'd met, really. But I had gotten in trouble while I was in the house. And he could have easily kicked me out. And he came from such like a place of, just caring. He asked me, do you have a problem? Do you need help? And most places are just gonna up and boot you. He had faith in every answer that I told him. He looked me, hard in the face, do you need help? And I told him no, because I was a kid messing around, and I knew that was all it was. And he said fine, and he let me go, and he let me, he believed me and just said, you know what, okay, go, just keep doing well. Leave the bad stuff away, just and keep pushing forward. And to have that kind of forgiveness and belief that someone's going to keep moving forward because they said they would, and to help push them along was pretty life-changing too, because you don't always get second chances. I would like to say thank you to Brother Tim and Journey House and all of the caring, loving staff that have come through these doors and help better numerous lives and giving them the opportunity to follow their passions and move forward. Thank you.
For my boot camp, Tim came over, all the way from here to Chicago, and he came to my graduation, and then so throughout my whole military career, I would come to Journey House. I think meeting Tim's dad was a real motivation for me to get my pilot's license. He would talk to me about flying, and I knew he was a pilot. When I was able to, I started taking classes and started flying, and I got my license in that. So that was pretty awesome. Well, Tim, I think you already know that I love you, and I know you love me, and I'm amazing. I am super proud of what you've done in this world. If I could do a fraction of the good that you've done, I would be happy. So, thank you.
It was love. The atmosphere of Journey House was compassion and love, and they demonstrated that by not just talking about it, but actually doing it. And that was the huge difference in any other facility I had been at since the age of 3. Journey House loves you, they care about you, and they want to see you succeed. This is the whole point of this program being here, is to see kids that come from nothing make themselves something. So Tim was and still is very instrumental in my life. Coming here to Journey House, Tim gave me a future in respiratory care. Not that Tim knew anything about it back then, but this is his hard work and his dedication. This is the end result, is me being in medicine. And so my heart is extremely grateful and humbled by the fact that you took your life and you took the time out to have interest in others and to help them, to bring broken and lost kids into this home, to give them hopes of a better future. And I really want to express my gratitude and heartfelt thanks to you. And I will always, always cherish your hard work and dedication. And thank you so much for everything that you ever did for me. And I truly appreciate it. Thank you.
The cards that were dealt to the people in Journey House, we were going to have it a little rougher than somebody who comes from a traditional household with a mom and a dad. First, he was just another staff member or somebody else in charge, and little by little I saw that he cared for me probably more than anybody else that I've ever met in my life. The way I view Journey House is like a place that steps in the role of a mother and father for any person growing up. I'm a dad myself now. I got 3 kids. There's literally nothing I won't do to help them be successful and help them have enough life experiences to be able to take care of themselves as they grow older. And Journey House is that for me. I'm a fatherless child, honestly, since I was 2 years old, and I learned all the things about being a man and being an adult here during my time at Journey House. So imagine if you had to put your child somewhere. Journey House is the type of place that I would feel comfortable my child being if that situation happens. And it's really that simple. The care and the commitment for each individual person that comes through these doors is just second to none. And it's life-changing. And I just want to talk a second about generational. So I come from a pretty messed up background. My family's pretty broken when it comes to like incarceration and substance use and institutions. And I was well on my way to that being my legacy. And now my children don't ever have to worry about those things. I have a 16-year-old daughter, a 14-year-old daughter, and a 5-year-old son, all with the same woman, who, by the way, I met while I was here at Journey House. And I've been with her for 20 years now, Erica. It was real funny because Tim, he wanted me to stay focused on school when I told him I met her. And he was just telling me, like, don't get distracted and stuff like that. And I don't think he cared too much for anybody's girlfriend while they were living here at Journey House, because I think honestly he viewed them as women as a distraction of education and things like that. I know now that Tim and my wife have a great relationship and they text each other all the time, and he's super grateful for her. But my kids won't have to know the realities that I knew growing up, what it felt like to not have a mom and dad there for me to support me as I learn and go through life, to celebrate my victories and to discipline me when I'm not doing the right thing. So the impact of what's happening here at Journey House goes far beyond just what happened with me, but I see it as it saved my life, but not only mine, but the lives of my children as well.
Wonderful. Oh, the most wonderful. He changed my childhood from being a dark one to a bright one.
Amazing. What a wonderful story that is. But anyway, that's a start. And so I said, let me get it started.